Hello and welcome to Introduction to Epistemology, and today we are going to discuss elements and basic kind of perception. So when we talk about basic element of perception, we have four main things. Number one is perceiver, number two is object, then we have sensory experience, then we have a relationship between object and subject. So what is perceiver first? We need to understand. So perceiver is actually a person that is aware of the senses, or we can say the observer. So for example, if someone is under stress, so is actually perceiving stress, and that stress can lead to the disease like coronary heart disease. So when we talk about perception, we need to understand that the first main element is the perceiver, which is also known as observer. Then the second thing is we need to know is the object. So when we talk about object, we need to understand its constituent. It is also known as the material that can be seen and touched. For example, I give you a simple example like pyramid, and everyone know about Egyptian pyramids. And this is actually can be seen and can be touched. If you want to go there, you can touch there. Or for example, Kuala Lumpur Twin Towers, we can see and we can touch them. Or in terms of metaphysics, when we talk about quarks, if you know about fundamental elements like proton and neutrons, it is also considered as objects. Then we have sensory experiences, like for example visual experiences, auditory experiences, olfactory experiences, gustatory experiences. In simple words, the experience of touching, hearing, visual, or tasting the thing. So these are all kind of sensory experiences that is a part of we can say that perception. And then last is the relationship between object and subject. To understand the relationship between object and subject, let's take an example of this scene where we can see a sky, blue sky, we can see a bird, and we can see the beautiful flowers of indigo color. Then we have a grassy green field, we have the trees. So what we are actually looking in this scenery, we may, if for example someone go in that place, someone imagine to inside that grassy green field, maybe he can or she can hear the sound of the birds, he or she can smell the fragrance of flowers, then the person can feel the cool breeze. So it means that all sensory perceptions a person can get from this illusion, from this picture. Or if for example if you are looking this picture, you are also looking different colors of flowers, green grass, sky blue, white flowers, and there is a blue bird. So these all are the perception that someone can get from this scene. Now let's take a look of the constituents of perceptual belief. And perceptual belief consists of perceiving that, or perceiving to be, or perceiving of. So these are three different phrases. Let's take an example of the grassy field, like there is a green field. So when you perceive that there is a field which is green, so it means you see its color, right? So when you see its color, so it means that it is considered as perceived that. For example, if for example in your hand there is a blue pen, so the color which is blue, if we can call it that you perceive that pen is blue. Then the other things is perceived to be same. If we take an example of same green field, so we can say that if we can talk about the facts. So when we talk about perceiving to be, it is known as the fact. Like the green field is actually in fact is a green, and I mentioned in the statement like when you perceive the field to be green, you see that the color of the field is in fact green. So the factual knowledge is actually, our factual belief is an example of perceived to be. And then the last is perceived of, which could be explained in terms of propositional knowledge or propositional belief. There is a relationship between perceive, conception and belief. But before we need to understand, we need to define conception, which is defined as the faculty or also act as of forming a notion of the perceived object, or it is also defined as individual conception or impression of something known, experienced or imagined. So when we talk about conception, it could be concept of any scientific knowledge or conception of anything that person have experienced in the life, or person can be imagine any object. These are all part of the conception. And when we talk about the relationship between the belief and perception, and what is a trio between perception, conception and belief, so we need to understand that belief depend upon conceptual resources, whereas perception does not depend upon conceptual resources. So that's the main difference between these two terms and the relationship between conception. So thank you so much for today's lecture. Hope to see you again in our next lecture.